Good afternoon, everybody. I did get a package from Vintage Boutique Cali, which is Doug on YouTube. He's a really nice guy, has a great personality. Let me go ahead and drop his channel in the chat real quick here. Lower my volume so that, let's see, that no one gets blasted. Let's see here. Before you come in the chat, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. I'm going to grab Doug's channel here and drop it. Let's see here. He does sell a lot of sterling silver as well as a lot of beautiful collectible pieces. And I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat. Let's go back to me. Let's see. Well, all right, so we're going to go ahead and drop that into the chat here. And let's see here. There we have it. I'm dropping. Hey, Laura, welcome in. That is Doug's channel, Vintage Boutique Cali. He is, I'm sure a lot of you know him. He has a lot of beautiful items, and I got this. Of course, we never reveal anyone's address or anything like that because we want to protect their privacy. So I also stopped at the Mustard Seed. I got 2 items, but then I found a bag of jewelry that I had bought before, so we have that now. So it's been a fairly nice day here. The snow is melting a little bit. Our driveway is still like a ski slope, but what can I say? It'll have to melt off. Hey, R&R, Romel, welcome in. Now, Romel is Doug's mod when he has a show. Romel is modding in there. I hope so, Laura, because YouTube takes so many things away. I'll be glad when I hit that 600 mark, so they'll leave my subscribers alone. And everybody goes through that. It's nothing that, yeah, I've tried to really up my game this time. And I thought, well, I did so well, like in the middle of the last previous year, I'm just going to take it one step further. Yeah, hashtag leave myself. But yeah, we all know that, and somewhere along the line, we'll get them back. But it's just like, how dare you take something that I worked for? But anyway, hey Jeffrey, sweetheart, welcome in. Good to see you. But we know that happens. You're at the brink of excitement. It's like a balloon that has been blown up, and it's so pretty and magnificent, and someone comes along and pops it, and it just breaks your heart. But anyway, you guys know I always have very different explanations for things. That's what makes me me, and that's what you guys are used to. And I say off the wall things in other people's chat, not mean things, but just things that I like to keep it interesting in a chat. And my personality does come out every time. Hey Dana, welcome in, sweetheart. You never have to worry about me being someone else because for number one, I wouldn't do it. And number two, I'm going to be my best original self no matter what. Jeffrey is, oh, sorry about that, Jeffrey. I hope you get to feeling better. There's a lot of things going on this year. I went to my doctor's appointment, and the first thing that's on their computer, flu shot. And I said, I will not take that shot. Forget it. I never take those shots. I said, that's nice of you to offer, but I'm going to have to pass. I've never had one, and quite frankly, I'm a little bit leery of those, but I got in there, and I really like my doctor. She is so, I mean, she'll talk to you. She's not hurrying you along. Before she leaves the room, she'll ask you, is there anything you need? And I feel like that I can count on her. And I don't feel like another number when I'm in her office. However, they had a new sign put up. Yeah, Jeffrey does have sugar diabetes. And when you're sick and you have diabetes, it makes things so much worse. I don't know, Jeffrey, or if you're a type 1 or type 2. Are you the one that has to take the shots, or can they control that with what's those pills called? I can't think of it. I've been out of the home health care business for too long. What do they call those? It's going to drive me nuts. So let's pray for Jeffrey that he gets better. I know as we get older, things happen. Not shots yet. Jeffrey, don't go to the shots. What is the name of that medicine? Dana says, me either, Gina. My doctor asked, why not? Would you want to take an experimental shot? She's a really wonderful lady, my doctor. Yes, Dana, my doctor is a lady as well. And you find that you have a lot of nurse practitioners that have as much education as a doctor does. So, they earn their wings, so to speak. But yeah, my doctor's probably late 30s, early 40s. And I remember when I first seen her, she goes, now what happened at that other doctor's office? Of course, I laughed. It was funny then, but it wasn't funny when it was happening. I told her what happened, and we laughed about it and went on. But yeah, it's good to know that someone is genuinely treats you as a human and not a dollar sign, and that's a good thing. And I think if I needed something, she would be right there, and that's the best feeling in the world. But yeah, she's good, guys. And she asked me about what happened at the pharmacy, and I told her. I said, she had to give me some medication because I was totally out. And then the pharmacy, well, you have a limit. And I said, hey, Minnie, welcome in. Thank you, Minnie. But I told her what happened. And I said, it's always technicality. But I told him, I said, the doctor's office was closed and there was only ice and snow that day. And so they graciously, he stayed on the phone because he knew if that rung up wrong, he would be the next call. So, man, she's got a temper. I can't have a temper, guys, but I'm a loving person, really. I really am. It's just sometimes things set us off, and it's part of life. And we must carry on. So here we'll go on to the box. And this is from um, Vintage Boutique Cali, and that's Doug. And I'm sure a lot of you guys know him. He is such a nice person. He has a nice personality. His mod is wonderful, and that's Romel. Sometimes I go in there and get Romel going. I can't resist. Say she's devilish. But if I tease you, it's only because I like you. And then I like people anyway. Hey, Shell Bell, welcome in. If I really think a lot of you, I'm going to tease you. It's you can just expect it. I know I have this quirky personality, and I say what's on my mind, and what can I say? I'll be the first one to admit that. No one has to tell on me because I normally tell on myself. So let's get this open. He boxed it very nicely. And thank you guys for coming in. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate that. But yeah, let me see if I can get this open without decimating the box. Oh my goodness. I must not be holding my mouth right. I know Shell Bell is the most loving little lady. She loves her rings, and I'm right in the arena with her. Alrighty then. And you're all good people. That's what it's about, guys. Having those good people in your corner that basically love you for, hey, Aqua Lover, welcome in. That love you for who you are. Am I opinionated? Am I blunt? Yeah, I'm afraid so. Good to see you, Aqua Lover, but I try not to rock the boat, but hey, the truth is that sometimes you just got to keep it real, right? This is going to be amazing, and some of it, not all of it, is going to be up for sale on Thursday. But you know how us ladies are. We like to, if we pick a certain thing, has everybody finished digging out from the snow? Our driveway is fairly good. You got to be careful because there's a big long fence, and I'd hate to take out my own fence on going too fast. But yeah, most of the snow, a lot of parking lots have been cleaned off. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. First off, you know how I am about rings and things, evidently. So and Doug is such a nice person. Y'all, he's got some of the most amazing items. And he's a super nice guy. I stand guilty. I'm guilty for sure. If I was standing in front of if I was due to hang and I said I didn't like rings, I said, you might as well hook it up right now because I ain't going to lie. Looky, guys, this beautiful smoky quartz. See, Doug has a lot of gemstone jewelry as well. Look, check that out. I didn't have any smoky quartz, but look what a stone that has. We'll say if you be still with it, isn't that amazing? Look at that faceting on that. So now, we gotta, and I got it because it was a 6. So there we have it. It looks like I got in a fight with a cat. I dropped something. I had something drop down on my couch, and when I went to retrieve it, I ran my hand down there, and the wood frame had teeth. So that's what happened. So isn't that gorgeous? Just a gorgeous ring. It's well set, smoky quartz. Thank you, Laura. I remember one time it was a heart necklace and had diamonds in it. And I looked for that till thank you, Shell Bell, was sick to my stomach. My husband took the couch, grabbed it at one end, tipped it up, and something fell out, and there was my necklace. It was gold. And I'd had it for years. I even remember where it came from. It came from Service Merchandise. And I was looking, you know how you're looking for something and you're like, it drives you nuts until you find it. And it's even in your dreams at night. I know. So I'm looking for that magnificent sterling silver piece necklace that I had purchased. Is that it? I didn't think that. Hang on, y'all. We're missing something here. Because I had purchased a sterling silver necklace that was very substantial. And I am not seeing it at the moment. Did I miss it somehow? He had everything in a bag. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Hey Yvonne, welcome in, sweetheart. I lost an amber bracelet on New Year's Eve at the casino. Didn't even have it a week. Oh no. I bet somebody picked it up and it was probably sterling. They probably didn't know really what it was. And did you go back to the casino and maybe have them check the lost and found? Oh, I hate to hear that. I'm missing a necklace. Something is not kosher here. There should have been a sterling silver, very substantial necklace, and I don't see it. I'll have to contact him and let him know because I paid for it. But anyway, I'll just send him an email. Yeah, I looked and traced all my steps. Hey, Chew, welcome in, sweetheart. I know it's so, you're like, how could this happen? You know, I was careful, but hey, things happen. But no, I've got a necklace that's missing. And it's sterling silver. I'll have to send him a message. Because I remember that the most. Let's see. Okay, I have a wide range of, I bought a couple lots when I was in there from him, and these will be for sale, and a lot of them are older, and no, that's not it either. So here's one of those AB sparklers that we all love. I know. Well, I'll just contact him, and I'll have to go back to the live because I know I got it and I know I paid for it, but I'm not seeing it at the moment, and it wasn't amongst anything else. So let me get this open. Well, to err is human. He's probably tucked it off to the side somewhere, and he probably still has it. Here we have one of those beautiful AB sparklers. Man, that's too bright. Let me put it right there. So there she goes. Just look at that bling bling. And of course, it is an older one. This is the bracket on the back of it. Isn't that pretty? Here, we want light, but not to be blinded by the light. Let's move this over. Well, maybe if you turn it down, it won't be so bright. Hello. That's better. But isn't that a beauty? We all love that. And I believe it's glass. There she is. I wonder if that would be better. Look at that. Boom. And all these will be up for grabs because I bought them with that intent. And if I really counted how many brooches I had, I'd probably pass out. But you know, when you're a collector and you like certain things, you know, you get in that mode where, you know, you're enjoying the auction and you say, nope, not doing it. And boom, before you know it, you bought something. And well, it could be worse. It could be going towards something that's not so nice. Now, this one, you can wear jewelry and enjoy it. And oh my gosh, mercy. Look at this one. And it's not marked, but this is a pendant. See that opening? And here is the reveal. Just check out those beautiful stones. Now, boy, that's a beauty. It's not signed, but it is a pendant, and it is something else. Thank you, Miss Laura. But look at the stones in that one. How gorgeous is that? And it is gold tone. There's that one. So sometimes you happen upon somewhere where you get one heck of a deal, and does that match? And I have, hey, Jen, not Black Widow, but Jen. And I love clip earrings, and I was going through mine, and I had bought this thing from Selena that's pink and has roses on it and has these bars. So I've been putting my ear. Would you drop the Dark Sides channel for me, Laura, please? You know I love a good vintage earring. I'm going to have to devise a way to wear them to where they ain't pinching my ears off. So, but you guys know my love for vintage earrings, and oh my goodness. Mercy, what's that stone? I remember, it's so funny, I was talking to someone sent me a messenger and I was talking to him and I said mercy and they asked me if I was French. No mercy, like, you know what I mean. Oh my goodness. Look at these. These are so delicate and dainty. Let's see if I can hold them up. Look at that. Look at those stones. Mercy in gold toned. Two of them. They have the most beautiful stones and they are in excellent condition. And there we have it. Let me move that over. Look at those stones and that. Look how that fades into like a purple. Isn't that something? I love clip earrings, but they can be you can't wear them too long or your ears are screaming. But these are really pretty. Let me try one on for old time's sake. So, snap. So that is what those look like, that right there. Aren't those beautiful? It may be hard for me. You might have to pry these out of my hands, but oh, they're so pretty. Let me put this stuff back into the bags, and thank you guys for being here. That way I'll have them in the bag and they will be, man, I don't know. You guys ever get something and it's like pulling hen's teeth to get it out of you? Hey, Marzita, welcome in. We're looking at some brooches, and where's that bag? But you must let go. You know what makes one? I know the brooches are different, but it's like, oh, I can't get rid of that one. But you know what? Sometimes you have to. Where's that earring? Because you just can't keep it all. Let someone else enjoy it. Maybe it's something that someone has been looking for, and boom, you know, there they see it, and well, they have stars in their eyes. I must be a whole constellation of stars because I wore my first brooch this past Christmas, and I have tons of them. Just bought them because they're so pretty. Yeah, they are, and a lot of them can be turned. And I think, Chabelle, you've got a converter in case you wanted to turn them into a pendant. Oh, mercy, which makes it nice. Sometimes, in order to keep them from wiggling, they make these little tiny plastic things to keep them kind of secure on each side of the thing. I've got some things to wear brooches where it's got a magnet. One part goes on the inside and the other part on the outside. Don't tell me this is the infamous, you know what? Is it the good one? Is it the Coro or not? I don't care if it's Coro or not, it's still pretty. And look at this. Look at that. Let me get it to where that's got some AB going on in it. Nice gold tone and nice shape. I thought it was Coro, but I don't think it is. But it is gorgeous. Aqua Lover says, yeah, my surgery was a surprise when I woke. He started in the side to place spacers, and I stopped breathing. Oh my goodness. So he went in through my side and fused L3 and L4. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Yeah, sometimes that anesthetic can really do a number on somebody. That's true. Black Widow. I started to say Jen. Yeah, they are cute. I think a lot of people are wearing those in their hair, but look at that gorgeousness. Raise that up. But that is really, really beautiful. Just my style. So listen to her. She don't want to give it up. Oh my goodness. And Aqua Lover said her back was fractured in two spots. Yeah, sometimes, hey Gwen, honey, welcome in. Sometimes, you know, we get hurt when we're younger and it weakens something, and then we get older and we look up and we're like, how'd that get there? But yeah, that anesthetic cannot mix too well with a lot of people. And I would say that is right at a 7, a size 7. Isn't that gorgeous? Well, I'm glad everything turned out for you, Aqua Lover, because that would be terrible. Yeah, and I've heard of people being so fearful of surgery that, thank you for the hearts, that they can't put them under because they are so afraid of going under. I knew someone like that. Buddy, if you're stronger than what they give you, kudos because, oh wow, because they got some strong stuff. I really hate to hear that, Aqua Lover. It's pretty darn scary. Let's move on to these brooches. I tell my grandkids all the time to stop doing crazy stunts and they will get old and it will hurt them. That's true. Just like, when we're young ladies and you see all the latest fashion and the high heels and you wear them and then you look up and you're 60 and you're like, oh my God, my back is killing me. The things we do for fashion. Isn't this beautiful? This is a big locket. Isn't that gorgeous? I used to wear a lot of click clackers for sure. I liked all different colors. And thank you, Rick the Morty. Thank you so much. Actually, you won't believe this. This is a paparazzi. Believe it or not. And welcome in, sweetie. Good. I'm glad you dropped in. We're just showing some brooches and I can't. Here's the back of that. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. And that would be, it's on a fairly nice gold tone chain. And I think it's an over the head and it's probably older. But yeah, isn't that beautiful? There we have it. I think that light needs to be dampened a little bit. And there's that. Hold it still, woman. Isn't that beautiful? Kind of reminds me of something a Victorian lady would wear. 2 years ago, I was to have this surgery and stop breathing. Then intubated for 11 days. Hardest thing to do was to try this surgery again, and I stopped breathing again. Aqua Lover, you must have been in some really tremendous pain because it's natural to be afraid of a bad experience that yeah, it would make you think, oh my goodness. And Romel says, I will check with Doug about the missing piece, G, and for sure we'll make it right. I know he will, Romel. He's a nice guy, and things happen. Hey, Lucy, honey, welcome in. Good to see you. And now they can go in there and place this stuff in between those vertebrae, so it'll get off those nerves. But sometimes I know a lot of you can identify this, that you're in so much pain that you're willing to, if they tell you that it's going to help you, you'll do it again because pain is terrible. Then a lot of times they give the stronger pain medicine. Usually it's oxycodone or one of those. And when you get to where you're in that much pain, they'll give you fentanyl, and they make them in those patches that you put on your. But that pain is real, and we're all getting older, and things don't work like they used to. And you wake up, oh, my back, my back, my back. That's part. We should really feel privileged to get to this age, and I just didn't think I'd get there so fast. But this is so beautiful, and let me see if I can get that open. But yeah, when you're in so much pain that you can't take it no more. And the thing about pain medicine, guys, and I'm not a physician, I'm not a doctor, I've not stepped one foot in a medical school. There we go. But a lot of times there's the inside, guys. A lot of times they'll give you a certain strength of the medication. And you know what? Sooner or later, that's not going to work. So they have to up your medication. But there are side effects to coming off of that. Laura, partially, it is nowhere near as strong as it would have been going through my back, but he knew I had been in pain for years. He knew he needed to do something. Yeah. Yeah, that pain, and they can give you medication for it and everything, but you know what? Pretty soon that dosage is going to quit working and he's going to have to up the dosage, and it's a vicious cycle, and then it causes other problems, and then when you come off of it, it's terrible. Not that I know. I knew someone that was given that stuff, and they was seeing stuff crawling up the wall and just weird things, and but it was a side effect of coming off that medication. But it's good for pain, but it's not always the answer. You're just kind of masking the real symptoms. When you hurt like that, and pain weakens you down, it weakens your very system. You go to bed, you might feel okay, but then in the back of your mind, you get up and think, oh my God, I know when I get out of this bed that my back's going to kill me. And it may have hurt all night anyway. That's the sad part. Another surgery is in the future, but not till I lose weight. I tell you, Aqua Lover, trying to fight that battle of the bulge is tough because we get older. We can't eat things like we once did, and we have to. My problem is I eat at night, and that is the god awfulest worst thing you could ever do. And you gotta say, get yourself out of that. I love potato chips. That is the plain ones now. And I'll start watching TV, and before I know it, I'm like, oh my God, you got to stop doing that. Let me find the tape and open these. That's my problem. I'm one of them nighttime snackers. Terrible, but true. Okay, let's get this open. Yeah, that's true, Glenn. It really doesn't alleviate. And then there's this, all medicine has side effects. But I tell you, I've seen people in so much pain that, where's that tape at? That they live their daily lives in pain, and they're just over it. They just, they want a good solution. But you want to know if they can truly fix it. And you say, well, what's my quality of life going to be like? What's going to happen? And a good doctor will explain it to you, especially one that deals in that type of surgery. Here is another old one. And those that have good backs, man, these are some of the sparkliest doodads I've ever seen. Why is that like that? But yeah, we only get that one life. And when we're young, we take it for granted and we get hurt. And then we get older and then we're like, wow, I forgot I did that. There's another one here. Look how gorgeous. This is an older one too. Here's how it's jointed on the back. It's all good when we're young. We get older, we're like, did I do something crazy like that? But when I was younger, I was really good at gymnastics. I was one of those natural people at that. Now, if I tried to do it, I'd be in traction. Thank you, Shelby. I'd get up, and I used to be really good at it, guys. But as in all walks of life, it would be nice to be young again. And not have any pain. And let me see if this one's marked, but a lot of times, no, it's not, but it is. Don't tell me. This looks like it matches that pair of earrings. Am I in trouble? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's an older one. I know, Shellbell. Me and you both. Pop, pop, pop. Here's the back of it right there. So it is an older one. I know. Things pop that you would never imagine that popped. I know what you mean, Shellbell. I've been hearing some of that here lately. But, if you're in fairly good health and, I don't even have high blood pressure. And I know my sister that's 2 years older than me, she had high blood pressure. But I don't have it. It must have skipped it. Thank you, Gigi. It's good to see you, sweetie. It's funny how, like my husband, for instance, his mom had it, his dad had it. So he ended up with it. So the thing that people have to remember about blood pressure medicine is not something that you can take and when your numbers are good, you can stop. It's a lifetime thing of taking that blood pressure medicine because that, in fact, regulates your blood pressure. Ask me how I know. My husband thought that, and I got on to him big time. I said, buddy, you're a good candidate for a stroke. Well, I said, don't think, take that medicine. I said, I don't want to be no widow. This is a Sarah Coventry. And look at the hang tag on this. Let me see if I can't show it to you. Taking blood pressure medicine is something that you have to do on a continual basis. Now, if I can get it to be still, it's Sarah Coventry. But anyway, I know you can't see it, but trust me, this is an old Sarah Coventry. Sarah Coventry's been at it for a long time. Isn't that beautiful? It's gold tone and beautiful condition. And it's not a real short one neither. So beautiful. Huh. I'm going to have a hard time here getting rid of these. I don't know if it's just what it is, but this is beautiful. It's got a little hand mirror. It is so cute. Where's my... But the Sarah Coventry is on this little mirror here. Isn't that adorable? So that's kind of special. I've never seen a Sarah Coventry like this before. So now that I got the bag open, and it took me an eternity. So there's that one. Let's see. Next is we have this. This is another old one too, very different. I know the last time I played volleyball, I go to water aerobics. It's a warm therapy pool. And I tell you what, my arm was killing me. I'm like, what is going on here? Look at that oldie but goodie. Look at that one. Isn't that amazing? You can tell that's old. I'm not for sure if that's a real pearl or not. I hate that. Let me see. I think it could be, but I'm not for sure. And here's the back of it, an older one. I like this older jewelry. Hey, Monica, welcome in. If you like older jewelry, I'll tell you, Doug's the one to hit up because I've never seen so many beautiful pieces, and he has a lot. Did I miss someone? No, I didn't. But there's that one. Man, that's an old one, too. And thank you guys for all being here. I appreciate it. Drop that in there. But that smoky quartz is really beautiful. I didn't have a smoky quartz, so now I do. Now, moving on. I think this is a pill box. But oh, how beautiful it is. Yep. Here's a little, it's like a courting couple scene right there. Then you have your, whoops, not your whoops, but you have this container here. So if you need to take medicine on the go, you can have it in something really pretty. Snap shut. It's got a really nice, that's acrylic, that is not shell. But what a beautiful scene that has. It's almost like Prince Charming and Cinderella. So we'll put that one back. There's that one. And next up, excuse me. Next up, this could be stainless steel. I'm not really for sure. Let me see if the end comes off. Yep. I'm thinking this is stainless steel, this little bracelet. Where's my light? Kind of cute in a way, but I think it's stainless steel. Then I have this one, and this right here comes off. That end right there screws off. It's stainless steel. It's not marked, but I can tell it is. And there you have your little fancy little beads there. What size is it? Oh, this is a bigger one. So this would be, of course, you could probably adjust it, but right now I think it's sitting like at past the 7 1/4, and it could go bigger, but it's stainless steel. One good thing about stainless steel, it will not turn, which is a good thing. And you know, in your back, you have a lot of nerves back there. And if that gets, one of those nerves gets brushed against that frame and that vertebrae, you talk about, you feel like you've been shot out of a rocket because there's a lot of sensitivity there. You know, a lot of nerves lead from, you know, back into your spinal region and on and stuff like that. This is a really heavy, not for sure, it's a really heavy, well-made bracelet. Let it focus. And then there's this one. It's kind of one of those cable-like. And there's your stone right there. Kind of nice. This one, it's a big one too. You got plenty of wiggle room there. It can be, or it can be drawn in a little bit. It's got a really nice, it's in real good condition. The stone's really nice. Right there, you can see that light play bounce off of that. My dog's my husband. He's been, Ford Motor Company, they're off like all the time, a week. And of course, they get unemployment, but he's been off, and the dogs have been totally spoiled. Not that they weren't spoiled before that. And he's been home now. Gizmo, the little male, is he's moping because he misses his dad, I guess. It's funny how little dogs like that, their chihuahuas are so sensitive that they miss people when they're not there. And he's down there, and my husband's kind of spoiled him because the dog has to be held when he eats. I'm like, I know who did that. This is different. Somebody spoiled him beyond recognition. Well, that's different. This one's different as well. It's gold tone. I thought it had a mark on it, but I don't see it. But look at this. Little gold tone lady. Very angel. She's a little angel in very good shape. I wonder if you could, and here's the back of it. There's that. These are really nice. We must get rid of, though. We have to share the joy. At least I can be happy for a day or so. Am I the only one that don't want to let go of stuff? So, here we have a little mirror that probably needs a chain. And it's probably a magnifier. These are really good. Yeah, it needs a chain to take along with you when you go thrifting because it has that magnification. Magnifies pretty good. And you can look at all that fine detail on those pieces to see what's what, and it just needs a chain. Some of them are covered, they'll be covered with something, but I guess you could put this one on the chain of your choice, but I thought it was really delicate and dainty looking, really cute. Yeah, I went today to the consignment, and they were a little bit, I didn't see anything like I normally did, but hey, if I go past there, I'm in there because I know when opportunity knocks, you want to be there to get it before someone else does. So next we have, it's like we have some initial jewelry going on here, brooch. Lord knows I've got enough. Let me find the end of that. I'll tell you, I think it's time to change the old contacts. Let's see. Usually with contacts, you have to have, or I do, a pretty bright light to be able to see properly. I have glasses too. That reminds me, I got to go. I haven't had an eye exam in 2 years. They're probably like, what happened to her? Of course, they make you get an eye exam if you wear contacts. You have to pay the piper there. This looks like the letter M, and it looks like it's made out of like a twig, and then it has a little, looks like it has a little butterfly on it. And here's the back of this. It goes across like that. Some people are into these, some are not. But there we have it. M right there. There's that one. Hey Angie, welcome in, sweetie. We're going through some brooches that's going to be up for sale. I don't know about them earrings, guys. I'm in love with those. Good to see you, Miss Angie. Always good to see you. I don't know what it is about me and clip earrings that has this. I'm going to have to get something to make wearing them a little more easier because they pinch the dickens out of your ear. Now the screwbacks, oh, this one's marked. Sarah Cove. I've never seen a Sarah Coventry like this. There is. When in doubt, cut it out. There we go. I used to work as a cashier years ago, and I was a trainer, and I always told them, I said, you know, when in doubt, count it out. And there was a lot of really intelligent people that couldn't count money back to save their soul. I said, if you count it back, you know you're not going to be wrong. But was some really intelligent people that couldn't count. So there's that Sarah Coventry. Let me turn that light down right there. And here is that mark. This is an older one. Let's see here. Let's get that Sarah Cove in there. Right there. Yep, when in doubt, leave it out. Right. That is so true. I've had a brooch like this before, and this is Sarah Coventry as well, and I think I sold it. Let me see if it's marked. I remember it's not marked, but it looks like a Sarah Coventry, but it's not marked. I had one similar. And I know you guys have seen one like this. It's not marked Sarah Coventry. Maybe it's an imposter. So there's that one. It looks, I know y'all have seen Sarah Coventry's like that, but it's not marked. Very beautiful. Make a pretty brooch for your hat. Looked like a Sarah Coventry to me, but who knew? So here we go. I remember I was in my 20s. That's when I come out of my shell and nobody pushed me around. But, you know, the manager was commenting on the drawers coming up short. And I said, well, what if someone gets into the cash drawer and you don't know it or you're there? He said, close their fingers up in it. I said, I've seen yours in there. Should I start with yours first? He just smiled. He's like, who is that? Because just because you're a manager don't mean you're trustworthy. Some managers use that as an excuse to do things, and I don't know if that's real or not. But this is different. It is not marked, but here's a different one as well. They're kind of just really different. It might be an older one. There's that. There's that one. It's really different. It's got a what do they call that? A brushed thing to it. Say, wow, it's a wonder if she didn't stay in trouble. No, I was pretty good. And if they didn't want to know the answer, don't ask me because I'm afraid I would tell it like it was. Not to be mean, but just I would rather tell the truth once and keep people from being hurt because I've been done like that. It's what the things that people don't tell that come back to haunt you. This is different. Got nice stones in it. I think that's the way I am today, that I'm really direct, but you know what? Sometimes the things we go through in life makes us that way. Not that I'm a mean person because I'm not perfect, but I'm not mean neither. There's another old one right there. It's just sometimes, like they say, you got to kick a little, right? Let's see, here's another one. And these are earrings. Let me see, they're clips. I don't know. That's a Liz. No way. I think I seen Lisner. Let me see here. I see a mark. I'll be darned. That is no. It's Monet. There's a big difference between Monet and Lisner. Hello. So these are pretty little gold tone Monet clips. So here we have. Let's see if I can't find a little pointy thing here. Let's see. Oh, well, I can't find it. But anyway, these are Monets. They're little chain like Monets, and they're in really good shape. Little kind of little rope type little ones right there. Usually, Monet is pretty good jewelry. It's better than it's costume, but I think it's a step above some of it because of the quality and the plating they use on it. I think it's kind of above the cusp on a lot of things. Let's see, these are clip and these are marked. Let's see what we have. These are. Sometimes they put the lettering so close together, it's hard to see it. Well, they're not marked. I think that was wishful thinking. Let's see. I don't see any marking, but they are clip backs for those who, and they're silver. It looks like they've never been off the card. So there's those. Some people like the simplicity of certain things. So there's those. Then we have another earring. I can get it to cooperate. We have this little dangly copper pair here. Looks like there's that right there. Those aren't too bad if you like. I don't think that's a stone. Let me tap on it. No, I think it's just a little faceted acrylic doodad, but they're not too bad. There's those. Let's see, what else? Oh, wow. But wait, there's more. Let me see if this one's marked. Yep, this one's marked. Let's start with this one. My fingers wasn't working. The scissors work better, right? So this one is another Sarah Cove, it looks like. Man, they put it so close together. Makes you cross-eyed. Sarah Cove. Man, they really put that in there close. And here we have a leaf, and that is Sarah Cove. It's in really good shape. And here's the back of it. Right there. And Sarah Cove, if you can see that, your eyes are better. I couldn't even see it with this light, but let's see if I can put it right there. Right there's your Sarah Cove. I know it's hard to see. They put the letters. Thank you, Monica. That's thrifted. That was a thrift find. And when I bought it not this past May, but last May. And it was during Derby time. And the lady seen the hat in my cart. Oh, I like that hat. And I gave her that look like, and yeah, it's mine. I didn't say it, but I had that look, that's my hat. Don't be taking my hat. No, what I said, there's more over there. I was very valiant about it or whatever. Boy, this is an old one. Wow, look at the doodads on this. Let me get it flipped over. So this is an old one with just different little pieces, copper tone. It's got a toggle on it right there. Then there's got it almost looks like a little arrow, so to speak, right there. But that's different. Hey, Ash, welcome in, sweetheart. Good to see you. There's something about a cha-cha bracelet that brings out the little girl in all of us, right? But isn't that amazing? I like to hear them jingle. Let me find the end of it. But that could be an old one. Yeah, we have several little things on there. Move it this way. That's different. This kind of reminds me of like a Victorian type look bracelet. I like that Victorian look. Excuse me. Let's see. There's a ring right here. Here is a ring. And I think this is aquamarine, and it's a bigger one. But it is stone. It's probably an aquamarine. It's not the darkest thing going, but it's a bigger one. Probably about an 8, I would say. So there's your plain little band. And it is stone. Okay, what else do we have? Now, we're going to dip into my thrifted stash. We have some jewelry up in here. And if I'm not mistaken, I think those are real pearls right there. Let's cut off. And you have, it looks like to me, let's see here. You have them in that, those are real pearls, guys. And then you have some rose quartz, and then you have some other stone as well. Let me put I'm sorry, guys. Now that your eyesight is cleared up. And look, here's the stones. What do y'all think that is? Those are real pearls, though. I'm for sure about that. And it drops down to this beautiful I'll have to look into that further. I know there's stones, there's a lot of pink in there, but those pearls are real. And there is your glass part right there. But I do know the pearls are real. I'm not for sure. There may be some rose quartz in there. But I was drawn to it basically because of its color. And it is cold, cold, cold. Beautiful necklace with an extender. That much. So it's not a really short one, but that's stone. And those are pearls in there. I like the way this could have been handmade. I like the way they added the pearls in there. Just a little touch of something, something there. Hey, Jessica, welcome in, sweetheart. Good to see ya. Thank you, Miss Jessica. She always shares out, which is it's very nice because you reach more people that way. But yes, those are real pearls. Nice little necklace. They're like, she always picks out things that are pink. Yeah, you have a good point there. This is a nice one too, guys. I think it's coral. There's coral in it. I'm pretty sure, but it's dyed. And it is it's got a mark on it here. Let's see what that mark is. Huh. Let me get the real exaggerated magnification here. Let me see here. It's got this is weird. It's got like I don't even recognize that. It's got like a sun at the top. Then there's two of these things arcing out like that. And I thought it was Premier Design didn't make stone, but this is not Premier. This is something else. And I can't make it out, but what I do know is that this is dyed coral. And it's as red as it can be. And look how gorgeous that is. Look at the color on that. Then you have like I said, you don't have much of an extender, but you could put one on there if you wanted to. But I think some of that is dyed coral. It's heavy. It's very cold. Made very well. It's got a marking on it I've never seen. It'd be hard to explain. But look at that. How gorgeous. Let me get it laying. And it's got all these little discs, a very nice little necklace there. Disc and everything. What's it? Colleen Two Line Finds. How's she say gorgeous? Guard. No, not like that. She says it and it's so, and I can't think of how she says that. No, not like that. But isn't that a beauty? If you like red, and I do think that's coral on there in some spots, and that's a beautiful one if you like the red. But there we have that one right there with all those beautiful, beautiful beads on it. When I figure out how she says gorgeous, I'll say it, but I can't think of it right now. But it is really cute though. Then this right here, well, this one right here is also a stone necklace. It looked pink in the light to me. It could be a rose quartz or a clear quartz. But when I looked at it, it could be a clear quartz. There you have your little lobster claw and all that. It looked at one time it had a pink tinge to it, but I think it's like crystal. It may be crystal quartz, and that's a good, really, if you guys are into stones and its properties, and I know Shell Bell is, I think this is a good conductor stone. But yeah, I think that it looks pink though. Let me put it down. So I don't know if it's clear quartz or it could be rose quartz. It's a very low. It's rose quartz. It's a very fair pink, but it does look kind of pink. But yeah, that's all stone right there. There's that one. Let's move on in. See what else. Yeah, I usually kind of scan. I thought these were beautiful. These earrings here, and they're glass. And look at those little. They're not wedding cake beads, but they do have like flowers. Hey, Rebecca, welcome in. Rebecca, you're a sight. Put that the box with my basket, please. One thing about Rebecca, she'll tell you what she wants. I'm sitting up here trying to figure out how Colleen says gorgeous, and I can't remember how to phrase it. Funny. And then I picked these up. I thought these were neat. I picked those up. Wait a minute. She says it gorgeous, gorgeous. I think something like that. I like those. Those are neat. But I always smile when she says it because I think it's really cute. Gorgeous. There we go. Gorgeous. Like a Southern Belle does. Gorgeous. I like these as well. I don't think these are stone at all, but I just thought they were pretty. We'll move it in right there. You was on until 3:30. My goodness, Rebecca. You guys was on a roll, it sounded like. Let me put those in there. Now, okay, I got this. I get all of my spoon things from Laura, but look at this, Laura. What pattern is that? And see, it does have a magnet, but I didn't Google it, so I'm not for sure what that pattern is. If it's an old one, that's the first time I ever seen. Thursday night, we are doing clearance sale on my channel. Who knows when we will end? I know, Rebecca, you guys are going to it. But yeah, this is the little pattern on that. I'm not for sure what it is, but there it is. Silver Bell from 19. You want that, Laura? It's called Silver, but you got it. I just picked it. There was something special about it. I'll bring it to the sale, sweetheart. Now I don't know. That magnet's pretty darn strong, but here's where it sits right now. And here's how it fits. And the reason why I got it was because of the pattern. And there's how much room. I wear about a 7 to a 7 1/4, and you do have some wiggle room. There it is, gorgeous. I can't believe it is pretty. But I picked it out in hopes that maybe it may have been unique or something. And it's from 1940. I had never seen, I kind of like the way that was like that. But yeah, I would say that it's probably the silver plated, probably. That Rebecca cracks me, but in a good way. I'm not laughing at you, Rebecca. You're just, I don't know, you're just you. I think that's why I appreciate her so much. Rebecca is exactly who she is. When you see her on camera, she's like that all the time. But yeah, there's your pattern. Let me move it over. Yeah, let me make sure. But I was just cracked up. All right, where's. Okay, I really didn't find very much at the consignment. I always like to go and top things off. But I did find this, and it has a bird on it right there. And I did Google it, so I'll tell you what it is. Let me go in here and tell you. That's the only thing I found. Oh, I found this really beautiful piece, and something was broken. Okay, add this. Rebecca. What's your middle name, Rebecca? Rebecca was my mother's middle name, and I think that's why that well, I like you as a person anyway, but I think it just resonates with me. That was my mother's middle name. So, anywho, let's go into the gallery. Where's the gallery? There we go. Rebecca, you cracked me up, but in a good way. Alrighty then. I did Google it, and here's what it is. Now, this is the fancy stuff, y'all. We ain't messing around today. So, this is a vintage European collection. Crystal etched bird vase by Action Industries. Never heard of them. I just thought it was pretty. Look at that bird. That neat. But anyway, yeah, it's you heard the ping. So, but hang on just a minute. I picked something else. Country region of Germany. Germany. Right there, Germany. Is that what kind of bird is that? Is that a robin or a I don't know. It could be any bird, but there's the bird. I guess it's from Germany. Rebecca said she's going to have to get a side hustle to pay for all the glass. Isn't that neat? Well, we like what we like. It's just one of them things. Here's my last. Of course, you guys seen the short on this coin bracelet. And when I Googled that, I couldn't couldn't believe, but look at that. That's really an old coin bracelet. Let me get it to where you guys can see that on one of my shorts. It's got the little, and then there's even coin, there's even things on the back of it. Isn't that neat? It's an antique. Oh, yeah, it's from, what did I do with that? It's from, it's really, really old, and I love the sound it makes. Let me get it. And then you have two little latches right there that you can use to attach it. It just has that little jingle jangle that kind of that us females like. So let's see. Put it in the very end one here. Oh, it's going to be a. There we go. And that's what it looks like. Oh yeah, it's an old one. Let me go back in here and indeed it is. There's just something about something that's old like that. Let's see. Let me give you a valid description here. Let's see here. Okay, it is. Let me turn that down. I'll tell you what it is. It is a Richard W. Bell Victorian token. It's a love bracelet, is what it is. U.S. coin circa 1876. I know, Rebecca. I'd probably be laughing. The biggest Rebecca is funny. She keep you in stitches. But yeah, that's from 1876, and they're all U.S. They're all U.S. coins. Whoops. They're all U.S. coins. It's just, I don't know. I am so drawn to old things. Let me get it straightened out. There's that. Let me get it to behave itself. Oh, yeah, it's old. Very, very old. Then this. Rebecca, relax. It's in good shape. Then this is onyx, and a lot of it, and that, of course, is silver. It's marked on the. It's got a lot of markings on the inside. Where is my? Yeah, Rebecca, and there have been casualties for my knocking around. Let me look, Laura. I'm pretty sure it's. Let me check for the mark, but it is sterling, and I did see it somewhere. Let's see here. Haven't cleaned it up. It's still got the tarnish of all those years. You know, a lot of times, even touching stuff like this the black will come off. But it is. Here we go. Man, is it faint? It's written out sterling right there. Yeah, sterling. I see it written right there. And what else does it say? And there's something else, an indentation, but I can't make it out. But it's spelled out Starling. Hey, Brian, how you doing, sweetheart? We went over some brooches but yeah, this one I really like. This one, that's onyx right there, and a lot of it. And then there's my wrist is small. Then I very rarely go in, and I'm usually the glass hunter. But this blouse was so pretty, I couldn't pass it up. I'm glad, Brian, because I know sometimes, Rebecca, you're a something else. Gotta love Rebecca, but I thought this was so beautiful, and it's Peter Nygaard, and look at this. Isn't that pretty? Can you see? Something's drowning it out. But there's that part. But look at the back. I know it's hard to see, but there's the back of it. Then you have the sheer sleeves on it. And we're just styling and profiling for like $6. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm glad you told me, Rebecca, because I'd never heard of him. So did I pick out something good or what? But it has the most beautiful right there. So that's for me. And with the red hair, I should be able to pull it off. And it's got these really opaque sleeves on it, made really well. Buy at Macy's. Okay, she said she buys at Macy's. And Brian couldn't get out of his driveway. Brian, do you have a long driveway, sweetie? Our driveway is 240 foot and it's not blacktopped. Yeah, Brian, don't, for God's sake, don't get out there and try to shovel too much because if you're with your that spinal stenosis, man, be terrible. Oh no, Brian has a long driveway. Ours is cleared out where the cars are parked. So you just have to go really slow down through here where, I think the next couple days it'll be like 43 degrees and be a lot of melting going on. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to yawn. You guys aren't boring me. It's this warmth up here from this heater back behind me. So, Brian, did you have enough food and stuff while you were in? I hope so. We got about, after it was all said and done, I would bet you at least 8 inches. Rebecca says, we have falling leaves. That's Florida snow. Yeah, some melting here today. I know it. Brian, he probably went to the before it started. Hey, Todd, welcome in. Thank you, Todd. Good to see you. We've been talking about brooches and bad backs, and yeah, I figured Brian was well prepared because he knew it was coming in, which is good. It's a good thing. But I need a drink of water. I've been talking way too. Good to see you, Todd. I think Romel wants me to wear this necklace on during my auction. Y'all remember seeing this on a short? Stay humble, hustle hard, and it's got a really nice clasp on it, and it's got all these stones. Rebecca, will someone be polite and tell her to take off that ridiculous hat and get it out of the house immediately? Not my hat, but I guess I could wear it. I'll have to pick out a certain outfit, but I could wear that. It's not silver. If it was silver, so Romel, I'm going to wear this during the auction because you asked me to. And it is, let me turn it around. So I will be rocking that during the auction in all its glory. Oh yeah, that's Todd. That's got some weight to it. A lot of it. Look at that clasp on that. And boy, if that was sterling, I would be doing a happy dance, wouldn't I? Yeah, it says stay humble, hustle hard. Hustle, no matter what your age, you gotta hustle hard. Let me see if that comes up. No, it don't. I think the hustling just makes you more feisty. The weather in Indiana, Todd, the sun was out today and there was some melting and it's better. I think it's going to warm up to about 43 in the next couple of days and there'll be a lot of melting. And I was going out there to get on the expressway to get on the main route and they pushed the snow up so high I had to pull out a little further so I could see. But other than that, we have mounds of snow pushed up in a pile. But, the almanac says that we're going to have a snowy winter. So if you go with the almanac, that's what they're saying. Where are you from, Todd? Yes, it was, Brian. The sun does wonders for your mood. It just makes you get you up and get you going. Rebecca said her car has no clue what snow is. Rebecca, have you ever lived in a state where you've had to drive on the snow? We got like 5 in North Georgia. Okay, in Georgia, the whole city of Atlanta closed down Friday. Oh, mercy. Wow. Yeah, the sun is very uplifting and it's good for your spirit. And because I'm kind of, if I don't get up and get cracking, I'm in my pajamas all day long. Rebecca's a Chicago girl, then she should know about those snows because, man, Chicago gets some really bad snow. Plus, the people drive like maniacs. I asked this old gentleman one time, I said, why do people drive so fast in the snow? Since 2011, my goodness. And he goes, well, maybe they get there faster. I said, how about getting there alive? So, but yeah, you have to slow it down a little bit. There's nothing, leave early. Don't leave right on and give yourself some time, Of course, you guys know that. But, yeah, I think the biggest snowstorm Indiana's ever had that I can remember was in 1977, and there was a lot. It was like I woke up, and of course I was just how old would I have been? I was young, and snow halfway up the door. I mean, this is crazy. I know, guys, when you get older, those birthdays creep up fast on you. Didn't do any heavy lifting and just stayed in a couple days and rested my back. Well, Brian, I'm glad you didn't because you might be in a bad condition because I tell you, my husband, he got out there and worked quite a bit and he would go out. Of course, he was off and he would take his time. He didn't do anything crazy, but he's got that spinal stenosis too. But I think his more affects his walking a little bit. But I remember getting out here We don't get as much snow here like we did years ago in Virginia. Wow. But man, I got out there one time and did a bunch of, that's when I was a little bit younger, The year we moved to Florida, we hadn't seen the ground 4 months due to all the snow. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I used to, don't let my appearance fool you because I'm tough. Trust me. when I had, when I was working for the home health care service, it was two older ladies, and I was more so looking after her sister because she had more of a disability. She had had a stroke, and they had this long little narrow garden spot, and it was just full of weeds. So naturally, I bring over my. You ever seen those things where they got claws on them? You stick it down the ground and twist it. Well, I got in there and I de-weeded the whole thing, and it was probably about, I would say, around 20 feet. And Todd says that he loves Virginia, went to Verona in October to the country's largest antique mall. Oh, wow. Virginia is beautiful. There's a lot of history that's happened in Virginia, too. But yeah, I went out there and physically weeded that myself, and I wasn't supposed to do it, but they didn't. There was no one else to do it, and I went out there and I tore that up. I got those weeds out of there. I was always one to really, if they wanted something, I would do it. I remember one wanted Christmas lights hung outside, and I must say, I don't think I've ever did it, and I went right out there and hung those out for her because that's what she wanted, you know. Oh wow, Brian, you got antique malls. Oh my goodness. I could get lost in one of those and just I'll be there all day long looking. West Virginia gets the snow. Oh wow. Whenever I see Virginia, I think of that song by John Denver, Country Roads. But of course, I'm originally from Kentucky and moved to Indiana when I was 6 years old, and been here ever since. Just lived in different counties, but that's what I'm used to. Brian said he could live in one. Wouldn't it? I think it's interesting to go and look at things and they're old, and you use your imagination and you think, well, I wonder, about who owned it and how it got there. And I'm not nosy, I'm inquisitive. But yeah, there's a lot of, I think, let's see, about 12 miles up the road, there's a place called Pigeon Roost, and that's where a massacre. I live in Indiana. They come through there and massacred a bunch of people, and there's a monument the Indians did, and there's a monument that stands up there, and then there's a graveyard below it. But yeah, they come through there, and there was a lot of killing going on. Brian says it makes him want to buy too much. Yeah, especially when you see something that's really old and it's in such good shape, and you just can't resist. But I like the older things. I'm going to rent a booth in Antique Mall. Just make sure your rent's not does not exceed your overhead, right? Yeah, that's good, to kind of branch out a little bit and stuff like that. But I tell you, rent anymore is ridiculous on these places, you know. But I remember years ago going to a lady, her name was Miss Renslow. I'm just going to stand in it with a sign that says priceless but make offer on vintage woman. The first thing they'll ask, how much does she eat? No, I'm kidding. But oh gosh, Todd, I collect brooches, vintage clip earrings. Where's those ones at that I'm not wanting to give up, but I should. What I do with them. Vintage clip earrings, perfume bottles. I like dolls. I have a collection of a few bride dolls. Where did those? I hid them on purpose, probably. Where are they at? Let's see. Let me see. I love vintage clip-on earrings, brooches too. I like the brand name Coro. I like Lisner. All those real fancy smancy things that us women like that fancy stuff. My father liked to buy old tools. Oh my goodness. Speaking of old tools, I bought something from somebody that belonged. My husband works at Ford Motor Company, and it was tools that had Ford Motor Company on them. So somebody must have took them home or something. Of course, the guy's probably deceased, but they were from 1960 something or 50, something like that. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. These are the ones I'm wanting to keep so bad. And Laura, thank you for that beautiful pair that you got from Selena. They are so beautiful. All right, Gina. Just call me Grace. Just call me Grace. Here, let's put it on here. When in doubt, get the ruler out. Oh my God, it's got pink in it, and I'm just automatically in love, automatically. But I think they're beautiful. That pair right there. Isn't that? Look how that stone fades into that color. Beautiful, beautiful. Those gorgeous. I'm trying to figure out how Colleen says gorgeous, but every time I do it, I mess it up. Aren't those beautiful? Now, if they can only come up with a way to make them a little less painful. But yeah, I like clip on earrings. I like vintage compacts. What else do I have? Gorgeous. There we go. Gorgeous. Like a southern belle. Gorgeous. That's it. Thank you, Rebecca. If you guys give me a few seconds, I'm going to go downstairs and get my. I've got some vintage coin purses, compacts. I'll be right back. Rebecca, keep them in line while I'm gone. No, I'm kidding. I'll be right back. I need to get a box. I want to show you guys. Since we're doing show and tell, we better do it right. That's what I always say. Let's see. Do with that. I'll be back. Talk amongst each other. I shall return. I had to go to the archives. Phew. I live in a big house, and there's like 10 steps plus the 1, 2, 3, 4, the landing, and then 10. Talk about breathless. Rebecca, she'll give you the advice, and if it goes wrong, she said she don't know. Yeah, I'm just kidding. What's that? Woo. Look at that compact. Look at that beautiful. And it opens up. And what do we see? Oh, for Petey's sake. We have the mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? And it does have an underneath compartment here. Let's see if I can get it open. Now, come on. Stop being like that. Move it. Whoops. Look at that. And it has, thank you, Todd, and it even has, if you need a powder puff, then here's your, it'll tell you right there, American Beauty replacement puffs are available at stores everywhere. Illinois. So if you run out of powder, of course that's long since gone, but that was in there. You don't see that. There's that one. And here's one that, where's my World's Fair one at? That's German silver right there. I think this, oh, this is the World's Fair. And this has got that shell. And yes, it's old. And this is a coin purse. Am I your twin, Rebecca? Then you open up to all these compartments. There's the side of it there. And there's that. It closes up. Whoops, like a charm. And there's your little bottom. This one's German silver, guys. This one here. That one right there. German silver is just a way of saying a very low grade of silver. But look at that one. It's got my name. Actually, my middle, this is so weird, guys. My name is Louise. My middle name is. And B for Bradford. How coincidental is that? I never liked my middle name. I never did. Probably because they knew I didn't like it and they would call me by that. I was actually named after one of my aunts. Let me get it open here. Now, if I didn't want to open it, it'd fly right open. Come on now. My husband has to help me with that. Beautiful and more durable. All right, open up. For Petey's sake. That's what this is. If I can get it open, daggone it. Oh, what a pain, what a pain. Come on. Ah! But that was so weird that the initials were like that. Where's my... I don't know. I'm just into these old things. I think I was Come on now. Give it up. Give up the ghost here. I'll be darned. Come on now. Quit being that way. Well, when you open something one time and you go back to do it again, and it's a pain. Yeah. Did I burn it? But I had this open at one time. This is crazy. The mechanism is really good on it. Turn it loose. Where'd that go? This is getting crazy. My name is Petuna Harriet, but I go by Rebecca. Is that true, Rebecca? Is that really your name, or are you just yanking our chain? Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Come on, open. I'm holding my mouth wrong. I can't get into it here. Oh, for Petey's sake. Come on now. But anyway, there's coin slots in here. I can't get the darn thing open. Frustrating. But anyway, there's coin that is German silver. Then there's the back part of it. As you can see, there's some age conditions. There's that latch that's getting on my nerves. Rebecca, I can't tell when she's being serious or not. Come on now. Can't get it open, but there it is. But yeah, it does have the chain. It's probably original to the piece on there. Ain't that a whooping? I couldn't get that open. Here we have the Empire State Building, New York. There's that one right there. And if I couldn't open that, I'd just quit. So there's your mirror. I imagine it had powder in it. Ouch. There's that one. Then we have a beautiful shell. All right. Come on out. I tell you, me and a clasp don't get along. Okay, there's that. Maybe you push it. This one has a, come on. There's another one I can't get open, but look at that. Mother of Pearl City. Isn't that pretty? I have to put directions on there somewhere to tell directions for dummies how to get a box open. Let's see. Well, it don't work like that. How do you get the darn thing open? The world may never know. It's like getting to the center of a Tootsie Pop. The world may never know. See, it always happens when you're live. You can't get something open. It never fails. But I'm sure it's just, seems like there's a button that you could press that it would pop it open. Jiminy Crickets. All right, we're going to have a problem if you don't open up. Probably hasn't been open in quite some time. It's one of those things that's stuck back somewhere and forgotten about and on now. Fighting with the box. Let's see. Well, we'll have to, I cannot get the darn thing open, but there it is. It's got like that mother of pearl inlay on top. Little box, gold tone. There's your bottom. Needs to be cleaned up. Not your bottom, this bottom. Me and the world don't get along. I feel your pain. All right, what else? Let's find it. Now, guys, this is really neat. This is silver. And where's that at? Ouch. I thought I had missing a stone. This is silver, guys, a silver panel. And see that right there? That's a Herkimer diamond right there. It is a very old panel bracelet. And where's the silver marking on this one? Hey, Gia. Welcome in, sweetie. Good to see you. You doing okay, Gia? I know that's silver now. Where's that mark? This is really old. And I should have took a picture of it and asked Mr. Google what he thought about it. It's 900 silver, guys. It says it right there. 900 silver. And it's little. And this is old, guys. It's 900 silver. So, however it is thin, it is still very. And I have a small wrist and I can wear it, but it's an old one. It's got all these little doodle maflachis on it. Very interesting, kind of tribal in a way. So there's that. Isn't that neat? There's that one. Now this will be up for, this is not garnet. Thank you, Laura. That's not garnet. Trust me, I checked. It's glass, and that one will be up for sale for sure. When I seen it, I said, could it be? But it's not. It is all glass. So that'll be up for grabs. Good to see you, Gia, sweetie. Okay, what else? Now, this is another one that is sterling. It will be up for sale. And it's heavy. That is silver. It had a tag hanging on it, and it's on my table downstairs, but that is silver. Isn't that beautiful? Sterling silver. That bad boy will be up for sale too. Can't wear them all, but we have it like that. Love you too, Gia. You are just a sweetheart, I'm telling you. So what else do we have here that's... Now this I thought was gorgeous, as they say. Gorgeous. I'm glad you put that in the chat because this is a J. Crew, an older J. Crew. This will also be up for grabs. Isn't that beautiful? J. Crew. And then it comes down to this part right there. But that is a J. Crew, and it's a longer one. I thought that was gorgeous, as they say. I'm glad you put that in there, Rebecca, because I couldn't figure out how to check this glassy beauty out. Look at that. That is glass. Is it marked? No, but it's an older one. Man, it's got one heck of a... Oh, yes, Brian, that thing is heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Has one heck of an extender on it, and that is all glass. The bling bling. I do too. I love that bling. What is that? It's a brooch. Let's see. This one, I think this is one I need to repair. And it's such a shame, guys, because it's a. What is that? This is a Sarah Coventry as well. It's missing one stone. It's a Sarah Coventry. Let me see. See that missing stone? Isn't that gorgeous, though? It's a Sarah Cove. I think Sarah Cove and was it Sarah Cove and Giuliani? Giuliani. That's Juliana. I've got a Juliana brooch, but just one. I think they at one time teamed up together, but that's in. I need to find that stone somewhere, somehow. That beautiful, very, very gorgeous, as they say. Now, if you like Rivoli, here we have a beautiful Rivoli, and it's marked, and I bet it's J. Crew. Oh, wow, Rebecca, if you have Juliana, you're sitting on a gold mine. This is J. Crew as well, and it is Rivoli. What that is, instead of the point, the culet of that going down in, it is set to where the culet is pointing upward, and that is an older J. Crew as well on that one. Faceted. Yeah, Juliana doesn't come cheap, let me tell you. It's one expensive little stone, little brooch it is. Oh, look at this, guys. Oh my goodness, is this a good hat brooch or what? Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I'll be saying that all the time now. That beautiful. Beautiful. Let's see what else is in here. Let me see. Now, I have a cameo in here. That's another thing I'm hooked on, cameos. And I think this is a sterling. Let me set this off to the side. Matter of fact, I know it's sterling. Yeah, Juliana is like, she's not up there with Miriam Haskell, but almost. This is silver, guys. Look at that. There you have your elegant lady, and that is sterling silver. Let me move it in right there. It's hard to hold that still. Hoffman sterling. I know, I love cameos. There's just something about it. It's a Hoffman sterling. I haven't Googled that name, but it is definitely an older piece. The bale is rather small, but look how beautiful she is. Like they say, gorgeous. Colleen cracks me up every time I hear her say that. Let's see. I like Colleen. Colleen is just Colleen. You know, she's a good person, and I've always liked her. Of course, we've been in bidding wars before. I love buying book pieces. Oh yeah. Check this out. Looky there. Bam. Now that's not marked, but it sure is pretty. And let me see if it's marked. I think it's older. Almost got a one of those nautical looking spring rings like a J. Crew, but that's not what this is. And that's a bracelet. Look at that. Now that's what I call the statement piece. Thank you, Brian. Said, boy, she likes the big and extravagant. I don't know. I just like where you can see it when you can see it coming. Also, guys, I don't know if you guys are interested. You might be. I have a bag of sterling. It's not, a lot of it's missing stones. And one bracelet in particular, it's a panel bracelet. It's missing one stone, and the stone is that long. You would never match that in 1,000 years. I'm switching to Danny, and then Rebecca comes out and has a pair of earrings on like that. Rebecca, do not stray from your truth. We know you, Rebecca. She says that and comes out with a pair of earrings on that would. I can't wear the really long ones, because you have to have a longer neck. But I do have, it's around here somewhere, and it's all silver. So I don't know. I may end up selling it to you guys. I don't know. Does anyone know a good place that you can sell your silver? Because I've got a panel bracelet that would have been so beautiful had it not been for that one stone. And you would never find it. It's a long one. It's square. I know silver's going for a really good price. I'm not for sure, but it's like pieces that I've got some pieces that are gold too. Around here when I get my act together. But I know the prices of silver and gold as well has went up considerably. Okay, Laura, because I have some, man. I had this bracelet. Made me feel queasy to my stomach when I seen that missing stone. Because the stone was a panel bracelet. Laura, what's it selling for now? Is it going for a good price at the current price? I have some pieces that I got like in jewelry lots that I bought from the mustard seed that are little pins that are gold that I could probably sell off for a good price. You just never know what you're going to find. Like I said, I buy my stuff at the mustard seed, and you never know, because some people, that's all they do is look at jewelry and they just kind of sort according to the way it looks. And if it's tarnished, they'll toss it in a bag. Oh, this old thing, and it turns out to be silver. But yeah, because I got some that I love those. I am in love with a pair of earrings. So pretty. But, a lot of times when they go through that jewelry, there's a lot of bits and pieces they don't want to go through, and they just put it in the bag, and then lo and behold, it could be gold or silver, because a lot of people, unless they have an experienced person looking at that stuff, they don't know. I mean, they go through a lot of jewelry and a lot of everything every day. Oh, that's another one. I love that bracelet. Whew. You're like, woman, get over it and sell it because you really don't need it. I found stuff that I have that I forgot about. That it's crazy. You know how we do? We see something pretty, and what first thing we do? That's about a 7. That is just beautiful. I am in love with that bracelet. Gorgeous. That's how you say gorgeous, like a Southern belle. Gorgeous. That is so beautiful. And I thought that was that Coro, but wrong, wrong, wrong. Let me see what a lot of times. Nope. The queen of wishful thinking. I'm a 7. Rebecca's a 7. I can wear up to a 7 1/4 to where it looks appropriate. But any bigger than that, it gets way too big. But I love that. That is really pretty. But, whoa. Yeah, my channel's been doing pretty good here lately. I think it's maybe because of the, I try to, that was one of my goals is to put out more things. And boy, I kept my word. YouTube is a work in progress. You get out of it what you put in it. Now, are there times where you think, oh my gosh, I worked my tail end off, and you look up and you got a certain amount of subscribers, then you look back again and something's missing? I think once you get to about 600, they'll leave your subs alone, but but clawing and scratching your way to that 600 is when they keep taking away and stuff like that. But I have really done better as far as that goes, putting in the time and you know. But I enjoy doing it. I enjoy looking and watching. I enjoy sharing, and that's what this is all about. You have to, Rome was not built overnight, but you just got to. I always say I'm just a little shot still shooting, and that's true. But I've got one of these days, I've got a big camera thing tripod. I may come on and all you see is my hands. You never know. But I'm going to start practicing with that and setting that and using my phone because my phone's brand new. And just see, arrow it, that phone right down. But I do have a stand and everything. Actually, it was built overnight. They worked third shift. That's the shift my husband works, third. He went back to work. But have you guys been getting this stuff on Facebook? These people saying, hey, have you heard of so and so and this free stuff and blah, blah, blah? That's why I try not to. And I've been getting a lot of friend requests, and I think it's, people trying to work people to get money. And when they go into that, someone said, did you hear about this free such and such? I said, I don't need any assistance. I'd rather work for what I get. And they always have an answer. And boy, they said something else, and I blocked them. Because there's a bunch of these people out here. I don't use Facebook as much as I used to, just looking, but there's this one YouTube channel where there's two of them. One of us is Kubota, and they know the people are scamming and they'll mess with them. And, the usual, I'll have them tell them they'll say they're do a rebate and they'll put more in their account. And then presumably and say, well, I made a mistake. Can you go to such and such and buy a gift card and all this crap? And this one guy is so funny. It's called screwing with scammers, and he'll do these different voices and stuff, and he, instead of a Visa card, he says Visa, and instead of digits, he says digits, and there's another one he uses. They ask him if he makes the decisions in the household. He said, "Yes, I make all the dizzy shins." It is so funny watching it. And they get so frustrated. And a lot of times it's, anytime you get a call on your phone, you don't recognize, I know normally don't answer. And then you pick it up and you hear a lot of voices. That's a call center of people working to scam people. Someone got $900 from my cousin because she gave them some info on Facebook. Oh no. I tell you, you got to watch them. They're slick. They say J as in Geronimo. That's funny. But yeah, you cannot, there's people who think they're really slick and they're out there trying to make a dollar or two at your expense and your money, and you just have to use that block button. So, and I've been getting a lot of those. Well, I want the best for you. First of all, I don't know you that well. And second of all, when you say you want the best for me, you want the best for you. So I just block them. And I usually try to see how many friends that are friends of people that I know are familiar. But yeah, they talk that game and think you're dumb enough to. But if you get a chance, watch some of those YouTube videos on how they mess with these scammers, and they really think they're going to get something, and it's really comical. Of course, what isn't funny is the thousands and thousands of dollars that they get off people every year, and they like to prey on the older people, like the old Amazon call, you owe their famous number $999, and Amazon won't call you, so you can't give them anything, at all. Just keep your, stuff private, and, because there's always somebody trying to figure out a way to get to your money, and it's terrible. People, believe it or not, they make millions of dollars every year off of unsuspecting. Usually it's older people and people that have lost a loved one or something, and they feed on that, and that makes me sick. Okay, guys, I just located the silver bag. Look at that. This is what upset me. Man, if that stone had been in there, this has got weight to it. Everything was good till we got to right there, and that is silver. And would I be able to find a stone like that? Probably not. But this is definitely silver. Where's that marking at? I'm like, man, it's like your eyes light up only for the light to be extinguished by the disappointment. Let's see, what's that? It says sterling right in a circle. So that's sterling. I mean, a person could save it for a rainy day, but you will never find that stone, I guarantee you. That is silver, says sterling silver. That is silver minus that. I was happy till I seen that. Then we have, I found this coin. I'm not for sure. I'll show it to you. Excuse me. Then there was this one. right here. This, whoops, this coin. Let me get it up here. That coin right there. And it's a peso, is what it is. And here's the back of it. And I think that one part's sterling too. Maybe. Don't quote me on it. And then there's that. That looks like a pot leaf to me. Not that I'm an authority on that, but there it is. So what I discovered in my going through that, let me see if this was silver. It may have been. And these were all tossed in a bag, and somebody probably didn't think about, where is that? How do you get that darn thing open? Let me look at that. Let's see here. I'm not so sure that this is not silver. Come on now. Let's see. How do you get that? Uh-huh. Finally got something open. Give me a and the audience goes wild. Thank you, Brian. Let's see here. That may not be, but that's a peso is what that is. And the date on it says which is 1 peso 1933, guys. Must have been a good year for somebody. It's got Estados Unidos Mexicanos. Then it's got an 07 and then a 20 on each side of the eagle's head. But it's a peso. And I think I looked that up. But the most important part is the date, which is 1935. So there you have your old coin. This is silver too. I couldn't believe let's see, 925. You'd be amazed what people toss into these bags. They think it's not silver or they don't care. Yeah, it's 925. That chain is 925, and I haven't scratch tested that, but I do believe that is too. It needs to be, but this is silver. This big long, look at that. That is silver. That's going to be kept. It's not going to be melted. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? So we have another, and this one's got length to it, and I think this is 925 as well. And I found all these in bags, y'all, where they just put the stuff in a bag and zipped it up and said, there it is. And these do not come out very often. I don't know why. I think they have a person that goes through that. But yeah, that's 925 as well. And this is your longer one right here. Hey, Face the Ace. We're being like pirates and going through the silver chest. And here we have, and this made me sick too because I was so hoping. And this is 925 as well. This earring here is 925. It says it right there on the back. There was only one of them. So there's that. We're going through the pirates' booty. Not the booty, but you know what I'm talking about. That didn't sound right, did it? I guess that's a double level message. And I think this is Vermeil. No, it says Korea on it. That says Korea on it, so I'm not for sure what that is. If that's silver, whoops, I haven't tested it. It's a teeny tiny little bracelet. Face the Ace is saying, what booty? Not my booty. Let's see. That just looks like a simple pin. Oh, here. Now this is sterling. I know this for a fact. Monica, look what it says. M. And I know that's sterling. And it was a, that's because it hasn't been cleaned. But it was also a brooch, and this is sterling. Looks like something Mexico. And at one time it was a brooch, but there is no pin remaining. And that's dirty because it wasn't cleaned. But you still have a bail right there. And look how thick that silver is. You like it, Monica? Here, let me set it aside. It's heavy too, and it's that good stuff. Let me set that over there. Monica said she got my number. Okay, guys, this ring is gold. This little ring is gold, but there's a stone missing. Let me turn that out because I enjoy seeing. Look at that. That is a real pearl. It's got a missing stone, but that's gold, guys. That little bitty thing is gold, that ring. So they didn't realize what they did, but that's gold. And to show you the marking would be extremely hard, but it's gold. It's missing a stone. Maybe it was two pearl. I bet that was a pearl in there. I betcha. But it is. Let me see what the, how much, if it's 10. There we go. Usually something, it's 10K. It's gold. So I've had my little hoard over here. Okay. Also, this is silver. Let's see. And it's just a little simple little cross totem pole. And the word sterling is spelled out on the back. And there you have it. That's sterling as well. Little totem. It's a small one. Okay, thank you, Face the Ace. Let's see, is that sterling as well? You wouldn't believe the things that I think that's sterling. It's a real dainty little ring. So this is where somebody just said, "Oh, look, it's discolored. I'll just throw it in there." Little did they know what they did. That's sterling. This is another tiny one. I'm not for sure what that little stone is, but it is tiny. Let me hold it straight. There we go. And that is sterling as well. You never know what you're going to find clanging around in the bottom of that bag, let me tell you. I found this, and I think it has Irish lineage to it, but it has the number 100 on the back, and it's really, really old. I'll show it to you. Let me douse the light. So any of you that have, so look at that. Let's see. See that? It's like a little, let's see if I can hold it still. But look at the back. You see if I can hold it still right there on that little shield. It says 100, and I'm not for sure what that means. Make it hold still. Probably got a better chance of being struck by lightning, but here we go. No. Let's see. It has 100. I'm not for sure what that means. If anyone knows, I know this thing is ancient. Because look at the pin mechanism on that dude. Look at that. That is old. Nope. You don't see a pin mechanism for a brooch like that anymore, but it says 100. Boy, that was clear even without the thing. But yeah, I do have this. I probably have more if I would look. But I have a good start, and this bracelet is silver, and it just made me sick when I looked at it and it had a missing stone. Isn't that a shame? And you would never in your life find. The only thing you could do is try to take out the three main ones and replace it with something else, but you would never know. I wonder, because that seemed, I wonder if this is Bakelite or whatever, because this is old. I wonder if that's Bakelite or Lucite or something. They may not be getting those. I might pop those out. But it is an old one. It's very possible that it could be A, B, or C. But yeah, here's the right back there. And I know it's dirty, but there you go. So, well, guys, here we're knocking at the door of 9 o'clock. We've been talking for. I think this is silver too. We've been talking for. I'm gonna scratch that because I did clean it, but I do think it's silver. I know that chain is silver, and that's a nice one, and that's one of those Rolos, not the candy Rolo, but you know what I mean. Yeah, it's 925. Holy cats. And plus that big one's got a lot of gram weight to it. So, well, Brian, I'm glad you did. I'm glad that being cooped up in the house for the last couple days and not, your back bothering you probably has been a real bummer, I bet. But so I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for coming in and looking at the different items and as I sprinted down the steps. But thank you guys for being here. Don't forget that thumbs up and please leave a comment after this video. I think that's my main problem is I'm not getting those comments. So if you would, pretty please leave me a comment at the end of the video and that makes a difference. Good night, everyone. Love you guys, and I'll catch you Thursday at 6 p.m. for a rockin' auction. So until then, I love you guys. Take care. Good night, and I'll see you Thursday at 6 p.m. Good night, you guys. Thank you so much.